Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Closet. My name is Kevin and up next is Jefferson's Ocean, aged at sea. This one is Voyage 23. All right, Jefferson's Ocean is one of the first bourbons that I ever felt like I was splurging for the closet. Because I think when I bought it, it was around $75. It is now all the way up to $85. Jefferson's is a bit of a weird distillery. They do, they are or were, I don't know, originally at least they were a sourcing distillery, buying their distillate from other places and then potentially doing interesting things with those barrels or just getting really great barrels, doing some blending, producing small batch whiskeys, all kinds of stuff. They've done a lot of really interesting things over the years, and I think probably nowadays they're most famous for their Ocean series. They literally take the barrels and they put them on ships, and they just leave them on the ships as the ships go about their business going all around the world. It's an interesting concept. Normally you stick a barrel in a rickhouse and it sits there. If you put a barrel on a ship, it's constantly moving. And the bourbon is sloshing around in there, which probably means it's going to interact with the wood a lot more, right? Also, it's traveling all over the globe, so it's getting exposure to all kinds of different temperature ranges, which does tend to have an impact in how the wood behaves and how much of the whiskey can penetrate into the wood. So reasonable to think that this might make a big difference. Another interesting thing is that every voyage is different. It's not like they're sending ships on exactly the same route every time. So depending on which voyage your barrels were on, you're getting exposure to different temperatures, different areas of the globe, whatever. I have not tried this in a very long time. I'm very interested to revisit it. The last time I had it, a friend of mine pulled it randomly out of the closet along with a couple of other bottles, and I did a completely blind tasting, and it was just, I didn't know what it was. It's not like I picked it, but it was crazy weird, and honestly, like I really hated it. But let's see what it's like here, just kind of on its own. Okay, I can see it is got kind of a vinegary quality. Maybe not vinegar. What could that be? Maybe it's almost like vanilla frosting, like super fake vanilla frosting. There's a little bit of sweet tobacco in it though, and I gotta say, a little briny. Almost the very, very back of that nose, almost reminiscent of a Scotch. Interesting. Little floral? I am getting a little bit of a brine kind of thing. Definitely kind of reminding me of something like a Speyside. But there's totally a very light sweet tobacco note. Not a dark note at all, but kind of tobacco-y. This smells unlike anything else, and it's honestly smells good. Very different. Let's taste it. Okay, it's kind of thin. It's a little floral, a little bit of hay. What's the proof on this thing? 45%, 90 proof. They watered it down. Ooh, it finishes real bitter. Oh, not in a good way. That finish is, yeah, kind of just like a popsicle stick. Yeah. And that weird kind of hay note again. No, palate's not nice. Maybe there's a touch of sea salt in it. Again, I'm searching for it just because of the ocean note. There is something odd in that finish. Once you let that strange bitter go away, you are left with, like, you just crunched on a piece of salt in your teeth and it gets like sort of stuck in your teeth. You know what I'm talking about? Like you just get that like weird salty vibe. One note that I read online is Cracker Jack. I'm going to try to look for that. I mean, I guess so. It definitely has, okay. Maybe a little Cracker Jack on the nose. The palate is just kind of this raw bitter note. It's very thin and it's just there's not enough to make that work. Although, the more time I'm spending with it, the more that like salt stuck in your teeth note is sticking in, and it's kind of fun. The bitterness is over quick, but kind of everything is over quick. Nose is turning more into just like simple sweet corn. I really do think it's salty. Okay, it's not bad, but it isn't great. It doesn't seem like it got any like extra age, unless that age is just why it's bitter. Maybe the age that it extracted is just too much of a bitter character and not enough of like the richer, sweeter notes that whiskey can pull out of a barrel. I do think it's a little salty though. It's interesting. For the price, I would not buy one of these again. Although they have a new product now called Tropics that I am very interested to try. And don't let this put you off of Jefferson's either. I tried their Twin Oak product at a bar once, and I was very surprised how much I enjoyed that. Well, you know the deal. It's time to compare this to last week's. Last week's was Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I wonder who's gonna win. Oh my goodness, this Jack Daniel's. Now, that has like a kettle corn character. Oh man, that's good. Oh, it's just unfair. That is so great. It is banana bready. It has so much flavor. Big caramel. Oh, the proof is perfect. Yeah. Let's taste the Jefferson's Ocean after having tasted the Jack Daniel's just to see what happens. Well, the floral notes are woken up. Oh, it literally tastes like nothing now. Ugh, it tastes like underbrewed tea. Yeah. Oh, it's so much worse after tasting the Jack Daniel's. Give me the Jack Daniel's, please. All right, well, this has been another episode of The Whiskey Closet. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.